Say, in this episode, we are going back down the trail for an old classic dish. What is it? Crispy fried potato pancakes. So crispy on the outside, got that soft, warm center that them mashed potatoes give it. But guess what? There is some green onion and some bacon in there, and you're gonna love them. So come on, I'll get it ready to go. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by Under the Barn for another episode of Cowboy Cooking. And what have we got in store for you today? An old classic. Yeah, I'm talking about crispy bacon potato pancakes. Or you can call them potato patties. And you need to start out with leftover mashed potatoes. And I hear all of you out there screaming, we don't never have no leftover mashed potatoes. Make extra, because you're going to need them for this recipe. And we used to eat this at breakfast all the time, but it was also served at lunch and even served at supper time. So anytime you can fit them in, it is going to be good. And before we go any further, I think you should know that everything that we're talking about this recipe, anything you need to know, will be listed down there in the description down there below. So Shanna's got you covered. And if you're a new viewer, hey, we don't want to leave you out. What do we do here? We feed your heart and your soul. So be sure and click that little subscribe button, hit the dingy-dong bell so you don't want to miss out. All you regular viewers, hey, y'all know what's fitting to happen. We fixing to cook us some food. Now, what I'm talking about is them leftover mashed potatoes. Now, you've had them in the ice box, chilling, and they need to be chilled. That is the best way to start. So let me get these taters over here, and let's get this put together, and they're going to be fine dining. Now, you remember in that title when I was telling you, crispy bacon fried potato pancakes? You got to have some bacon, because not only is it going to give great flavor, but we need that grease to fry these in later. So you see me in there, had me about 5 slices of that thick cut bacon, and I just fried them up there till they're nearly just like I wanted them, which is nearly crispy. And then I am going to set them aside, let them cool, chop them up really fine. So, and you can see it's pretty finely chopped as you put it in there. That's what we're after. A lot of you be telling me, hey, there's a little residue left in that pan, or looks like my bacon nearly stuck. What's going on? Well, folks, you've seen me take that mesquite wooden spatula. We make them, you can find them. Shannon will have you a little link where you can get to it. Wood and cast iron, they always go well together. Never metal to scrape against metal. Wood is the best thing you can use, and this mesquite will stand up and last forever. So don't scrape that gingerly around there till that turns loose. Don't get rid of it. We need that in there for that flavor. We got us some green onion. Now, as my good friend Justin Wilson would say, some green onion. You can use whatever kind of cheese you want to use, but I am going to take a half a cup of this pepper jack cheese. Go ahead and let's just put it in there. Already grated up really nice it is. Go ahead and sort of get it incorporated with that bacon and that green onion. And then guess what? 2 cackleberries. What? You're not a cackleberry dog, neither one of you. So just crack them in there. We ain't talking about whisking them up in there, but I am going to just stir them just a tad, just to get them incorporated with the cheese, the bacon, and the onion. So we have that in there. And at this time, folks, we're going to put about a teaspoon of baking powder. Go ahead and give that a mix right in there with the eggs, the bacon, and the onion. And then guess what comes next? The leftover mashed taters. About 2½ cups is what we're going to use. So you can do this any way you want. I'm just going to spoon them in there. And however you fix your mashed potatoes, if they've got butter in them, sour cream in them, whatever they are, that is fine. Just get you about 2½ cups of them. And everybody's potatoes may be a little different in consistency than what mine are. So when we get to the flour portion of this, you may have to adjust. So that's 1 cup, folks. We're going to put 2½ cups in there, because we want to make sure that Dookie and the Beagle all get one. And we're going to call that a half. And just go to incorporating that, because I like to get all this mixed up well before we ever add the flour to it. Well, we got her all incorporated well, we do. So at this time, what are we going to do? I'm going to add me a little bit of this Red River Ranch seasoning. Even though they've been seasoned once, I'm going to season them again. Give it one more stir. And then we're going to start out with a half a cup of flour. Just like I told you, everybody's mashed potato consistency may be a little different. So we'll start with a half, but we're probably going to have to add some more. So let's sprinkle her in there. And I would say that is close to a fourth or a little more. As you begin to stir this around, you can see that sure, we have changed it a little, but it still ain't staying right up there on that spoon. So we're gonna go back and add just a tad bit more, sift it in there, make sure it is stirred well, because we need it to sort of be bound together. We do. Just a little more, and we're gonna call that a done deal. You can see that ain't moving much. That's sort of what we after. I want it to stay there, and that's where we're at. We probably use close to ending up about 3/4 cup of flour, but that's the way it is. And you can see that is going to stay up there on that spoon for a while. Now you could go ahead, get your bacon grease hot, and just go ahead and fry them. This is when you come to the time to where you need to let this chill in the ice box for 10 minutes and then bring it back out here. Then we will form our little patties and then we'll fry. Well, they chilled for 10 minutes, they did. We brought them out here, got them out here right in the spot. At this time, folks, I would tell you, remember that bacon we fried in that cast iron skillet? Go ahead and put it over on that burner, get it on about medium heat so that grease can be heating back up. Now, we got us some leftover flour here, so we're just gonna put her right here like this. And we're gonna start with probably about 1/3 of a cup. Now the reason you wanna refrigerate these for about 10 minutes, it sort of helps the binding process of everything getting together. And then I just tell you to just get them out there any way you can, which is that way right there. I want you to flour your hands. And let's just go to making these down into a patty. Roll them over. They're gonna be soft, that's what we're after. But I want them about 1/2 inch thick, and I want them about 3 inches around. So that's how they be looking right there. Now, y'all might be thinking these are a little too soft for this. Well, folks, we're gonna fry this up to where these are so crispy on the outside, but you get that soft, warm center that them potatoes is in there. So everything gonna be just right. And if you think you need to knead them a little and work them around, that's fine. But as we're working these taters, I think I need to tell you, some of you might have already seen it there in the community tab. We were so fortunate to get to work with Disney Plus and Nat Geo and do a little coffee making with who? Jeff Goldblum. Now y'all need to check this guy out. He ain't your normal cowboy just come riding into camp. But I ask you to watch that on Disney Plus. You can pull it up anytime and see it. Episode 9 it is, and whew.
What was the episode about?
It is about Cowboy coffee is what it's about. The smoothest thing in the world. Always hot, never bitter, and oh so smooth it is. But as we begin to get back to these taters, some of y'all might be knowing from a while back, we did another video on how to get rid of leftover mashed potatoes. What was it? Incoming they was potato bombs. Yeah. Whew. Channel have you a link right there where you can find them. Folks, they is some fine dining. So, got our filled skillet over here. We want to put this on about a medium to medium high heat. Let that bacon grease get good back and hot again. Get you a spatula because you're going to need one. You can use whatever you got, but I want you just to reach under there, get them, pick them up, blow the excess flour off of them, and just lay them right down there in that grease. Now, if your skillet is leveler than mine, it will help out. And as you do these and keep frying, you may have to add a little oil to that bacon grease on the second batch, and you can use avocado oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever kind of oil you want. Go ahead and every once in a while, if you're in an unlevel environment like I am, just make sure that that bacon grease gets everywhere around there. Because we're going to go till we get to see them begin to brown up on the outside edges, and then we'll flip them over and cook the other side. Well, we've been on about 4 minutes, if I was guessing right, so let's check the color. Ooh, that's what I'm after, folks, right there. I like my tater pancakes like that, I do. You can see of these cooks, some of these may be a little different colors than everybody else. Now, my mother would come back at this time and she would give them just a little mash right here. Well, we got them fried up, we did, and you seen me when I started that second batch. I had to add just a little more oil. Now, I was using avocado oil, but use whatever kind of oil you think you got to have. And look here at this good color all the way around. The big is wanting one really bad. My mother used to take these things and put them on a table for breakfast. We'd have them with a fried egg, but I can remember them eating cold. Just grab them and just put me some ketchup on there late of the evening when I'd come in from school or something and just take a bite of them. Fine dining it was. There's never a bad time to eat one of these, and right now would be a really good time. Well, folks, the flavor you get out of there, sure, them mashed potatoes is the thing you get right off the bat, but the green onion and the bacon, and fried in that bacon grease, it's good. Now, when you squeeze on them, as you can see, this is just like a fluffy pancake. Yeah, and I have known my older brother Randy to put a little Aunt Jemima on there, some of that syrup. It was good eating. Me, I like them with ketchup. I like them with relish. I just like them. But they're going to be one of them deals that just slaps you in the face so goodness. When you get a bite of them, you're going to want another bite. They are so good. I'm going to get some right off the edge here that don't have no onion in it. Duker, you and Big, tell me what you think about potato pancakes. How many tail wags do we get for some potato? Whoa, things are happening, folks. They like them. Whoa, easy. He just got cheese in it, Dad. I like cheese. So y'all need another bite? Okay, hang on with it. Wait. Good boy. Good boy. So they've had a bite. I ain't had but one really good bite, so let me have another bite. It's what you call put it together, slap it out flat, spin it around one time, turn it over, fry it up golden brown. What you got? Potato pancake. Well, folks, some fine dining it is, and so easy. Now, I'm going to give you some tips. First of all, you got to make enough potatoes to have leftover mashed potatoes so you can enjoy this dish. The other most important thing you got to do is make sure you chill them for about 10 minutes after you get everything mixed back together and bring it out here. Make sure that bacon grease is hot, fry them up till they get crispy, break them out of there. You better make about 4 batches because they're going to disappear quick, they are. It is a great way to bring family together and share food, and that's what it's all about. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode today because it was brought to you by the goodness of Dookie's Diner and Beagle's Leftovers. Hey, they like to do things like this, they do. Easy recipe, folks. Get the family in there, share the food. That's what it's all about. But as always, I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and all our veterans who have kept this old country safe day and night. No matter where we're at, we're going to fly that flag with honor, and it is a great privilege. So we appreciate y'all one and all. Got you in our prayers, we do. So the rest of you, hey, remember, everything you need will be listed in the little description down below. Don't get lost. You can find it. So God bless you each and every one, and I'll see you down the crispy bacon potato pancake trail. What do we do here? We do food. I was on a roll. A lot of you be telling me. What? Bacon? Not yet. So you see me take. You stay out of it.